right. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody, and welcome. We will be working on balance and core. If you have a strong core, you will have good balance. If you have pretty good balance, it's probably because you have a naturally strong core or you've been working on your core. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start out with a warm up. And thank you so much, Michelle. Thanks for the offer, for offering this class to sub. And it was really just a nice treat for me to sub this class. I love these core classes. So we'll be working a lot on our abs, our hips, and all the other muscles that come together to work your core. So we'll start out with you could start seated. You could do it seated or standing. I'm going to do a lot of the class seated, but you can always do it standing. We'll do a good chunk of class standing to get into our balance work as well as our hips. You can start seated with your feet hip width apart, shoulders are down and back, or standing with your legs hip width apart. Take a nice deep breath, arms up, and exhale down. And again, inhale, arms up, and exhale down. 2 more times, inhale, and exhale. 1 more time, deep breath, and exhale. Slowly roll the right shoulder back and the left, just warming up through the torso, opening up the chest, and contracting the shoulder blades right at the mid portion of your back. Elbow is reaching back to add a little bit more effort and more load. You're actually lifting the weight of your arm. The arms weigh about 5 to 10 pounds, somewhere in that range. So it's not easy necessarily. You're actually doing a mild version of strength training, just lifting your arms. And then reverse direction. Just bring the arm forward, right and left, circling through that shoulder joint. And allow a little bit of movement in the torso. So your rib cage is lifting and opening, corresponding to the arm that's coming up. And just the shoulder. So if your shoulders are feeling a bit tired, it's the strength training. So good job, you're already working. And relax, shake out the arms, take 2 deep breaths, inhale, arms up. And exhale down. And if you feel more comfortable just breathing halfway, arms halfway, and lower, that's fine. 1 more deep breath. And exhale. Place the hands on your hips or right down by your sides. Right toe into the floor. Circle around the ankle, the knee, and the hip. So we're lubricating the joints, encouraging circulation into the lower body. And reverse direction. Blood and fluids tend to pool in the lower extremities, and sometimes you may feel swelling in the feet and ankles. By moving those muscles, joints, it'll help pump the blood back up to the heart, and your body will assimilate the excess fluids and hopefully flush it out via sweat or another way. And then other foot, toe into the floor, circle it around. And reverse direction. Take those toes in and circle around. And then march it out. March the legs. Take 4 deep breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale all the way up. Relax and quiet your feet. Allow the arms to just come halfway down. Bring your right arm across the chest. Give it a hug. Just stretching out the back of the shoulders as well as the torso. So you're moving that upper rib cage, twisting it to the left. And inhale. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder. So you're actually separating the shoulder blades. Normally we do a scapular retraction where the shoulder blades are down and in. You're separating them to stretch all the muscles in the upper back, mid back, and slightly below the shoulder blades, as well as the back of the shoulder and arm. And 1 more deep breath. And exhale. Slowly bring the upper body center and just change arms. Bring the left arm across the body, stretching the back of the shoulder. Allow that motion of bringing the arm in and over to allow the shoulder blades to separate. And inhale. If you can look over your right shoulder, go ahead and do so, incorporating a little added range of motion for the neck. Inhale and exhale, and one more in and exhale, and slowly bring the upper body center. 2 deep breaths. Exhale, and one more. And exhale. Posture is so important while we're executing various warm-ups, stretches, as well as exercises. And in order to maintain ideal optimal posture, you do want the back tip of your ear to be in line with the shoulder, and the shoulder to be in line with the hip. And then the ankles, just if you're standing, the ankles
no, that should be on mute.
What's that? I'm sorry, did somebody have a question? No? Okay. All right. So our alignment is lifted and tall, chest is open, and then the ear, shoulder, and hip alignment. We're going to start with the abdominal, placing your hands on your thighs, and your thighs are up, pushing up into your hands. You have your scapular retraction, so the shoulders are down and back.
Teresa, we lost your audio.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I there was an unmute button and I pressed it. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. So don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch.
No, Teresa, what's happening is that there are a lot of people that are unmuting themselves, and I have to physically mute them, and then it's because people are unmuting themselves. So you have to make sure that you yourself are muted, not you, Teresa, but everybody else has to stay muted. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So thighs pressing up into the hands, and the hands are pressing into the thighs. Take a nice deep breath, lengthening the torso. And as you exhale, you're pushing your hands into your thighs, thighs into hands. And then inhale. So we're doing that in about a 4-count breath. Inhale and exhale and press. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then inhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale and press. Continue that 4-count breath. When you inhale, release. And exhale and press. And inhale, release. And exhale and press. So my wrists and my elbows are slightly flexed, but I'm static. I'm bracing. Inhale. Exhale, press, and you should feel the tension in your abdominal. And relax. 1 more. Exhale, press, and inhale and release. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, arms up, and exhale down. And then again, inhale, arms up. So we primarily warmed up our core, our rectus group, which originates in the sternum and ribs and inserts in the pelvic bone and hips. So we're activating the 6-pack or 8-pack that you see bodybuilders have. And when we're bracing like that, we're trying to really activate, create a little bit of pressure to get a workout within that muscle area. And that's connecting torso to our pelvis and our legs. So we're working on our core. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to angle myself in the other direction. My wrists, elbows, and shoulders are slightly flexed, but I'm maintaining my ideal optimal alignment, pitching forward a little bit. Inhale and exhale. I'm pressing my thighs into my hands and my hands into my thighs. And you should feel a tension and a pressure within your core, abdominal core. Inhale, relax. And exhale and press. Push your thighs into your hands and your hands into your thighs. And let's do 2 more. Inhale, relax. Exhale again. Push about 5 pounds, up to 10 pounds worth of pounds of pressure of pushing your hands into your thighs, thighs into hands. And release. And again, exhale and press. And you can easily do this standing. Same thing. You're just in a crouch squat position. So you can do it seated or standing. And then again, inhale and exhale and press. Pushing hands into thighs, thighs into hands. And relax. One more. Inhale and exhale, press. Like you're trying to really press a sticker onto the surface, and it means good amount of pressure. Push, push, push. Allow that sticker to adhere to the surface and slowly relax. March out your legs. Take 4 deep breaths. Inhale, arms up, and exhale down. Inhale, arms up, and exhale down. Inhale, arms up, exhale down, and inhale, arms up, and exhale down. So we did start activating the typical core, what people think about when they're working core. I want to work my core. I want to work my core. But the core is a lot of things. The core is scapular retraction. The core is all the hips, hip flexors, hip extensors, and so forth. So we're going to creep down to the lower part of the body in order to work our hip flexors. So I'm going to demonstrate seated, and then I'm going to have you guys do it standing. So if you prefer to do it seated, you're in that chair position, ankles in line with knees, bracing that abdominal core. Arms are at your side. You're going to lift the right leg up and down. Right leg up and down. And if you'd like to do these standing, all you'll do is hold on to a sturdy surface, a wall, a piece of furniture that's sturdy, and your foot is up and ahead. You're going to lift the knee up and down. The nice thing about doing this exercise standing, and if you can do it, I strongly encourage it. Not only are we engaging the hip flexor, which is part of your core, the psoas, the pelvic floor, which is part of your core. Nobody ever talks about, well, maybe they do, but generally don't. The pelvic floor is part of the core. And you're standing on your left leg, and you're getting so much good loading work for your ankle, knee, and hip, and that's going to create a lot of good balance work. So we're basically doing we're multitasking. We're working hip flexor, psoas, pelvic floor, as well as that standing leg is getting a nice dose of balance work. And 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And hold it up. Now, if you can, gently lift your fingertips off that piece of furniture or away from the wall. Notice how your ankle might wobble a little bit. That's normal. Your body's trying to figure out what it needs to do to keep you upright. So you're working on balance. But if you're feeling at all insecure, don't, hold on, keep holding on. It's okay. And then slowly lower down. If you're seated, just switch legs. If you're standing, I'm going to just slide my chair over. Don't try this at home. Especially if it's a large chair. Bring it, walk around to the other side. Now you're standing on your right leg. Your left leg toes slightly ahead, and you're going to maintain that S-curve posture, nice tall spine, and you're going to do that left knee up to 90 degrees, just coming up to 90 and then down, up to 90 and down. So the thigh, front thigh is parallel to the ceiling, and the underneath portion, the hamstring, the back thigh is parallel to the floor. You're bracing your core, so you're pulling your navel in and up. You're working your core, your hip flexors, psoas, and pelvic floor to lift that leg up. It's the job of those muscles I just specified to do this action. So if you're not lifting that knee, you're not working those muscles. And if you are lifting that knee, you are working those muscles. So trying to put your mind's eye into that muscle group or those muscles that I just mentioned to kind of up the ante for the workout for those muscles. And we'll do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more. Hold it. Standing firmly on that right leg, ankle, knee, hip, slightly flexed, tall posture, scapular retraction. Move the hand off the chair or away from the wall. Notice how your foot wobbles a little bit. It's okay. Stay true to that form. Imagine the bottom of the foot have roots of a tree that are coming down to the floor. And here are the branches lengthening up towards the sun. And 1 more breath. And exhale, lower those legs down or that leg down, march it out right and left. Take 4 deep breaths. Be careful what's around you. If you put your weights around, so you don't step on your weights and to hurt your ankle or your toes. And down, and again, inhale and down. All right, so again, seated or standing. I'm going to remain standing for a bit. I'll demonstrate seated in a second. You're going to start in a high squat position. So ear, shoulder, hip. You're just going from an imaginary dowel in the hip. You're driving the hips back. Chest is out. The posture remains the same. Your hands are on your thigh. You're going to inhale, breathe into the upper chest, then exhale and round the back. Inhale, breathe, and exhale and round. So this is an exercise that's given to people to work their abdominals, to work their core. If they can't get on the floor, can't be on your knees. In a yoga class, this may be a cat-camel modification. You can also do the seated. So go ahead and continue. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And let's go for 4 more. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. So this can be a gentle movement, or if you put a little energy into the breath, shh, and then inhale, and shh, as if you're buttoning your navel right towards the lower spine. Exhale, and inhale. 2 more. Exhale, and inhale. And 1 more, exhale and inhale. And then come all the way up to standing. Shake out the arms and the legs, march it out, take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more, in and exhale. All right, remain on this side. We had hopefully enough of a break on that right leg. So your ankle, your knee, and your hip is slightly flexed. Same perfect posture. You're going to take hold on to your chair, you're going to take your left toe and bring it out away from the midline of your body. So just about a foot. Then you're going to lift your toes just about 2 to 4 inches off the floor and then come down. So again, the posture and alignment remains upright. You're not lifting higher and tilting so you can lift even higher. It's okay. You can lift just 1 or 2 inches off the floor. You're engaging your abductors, abductors. That's the outer glute and thigh. And those are supportive for that hip socket. And you're strengthening your hips so you have stability in the hips. And that's balance. When you have muscular stability in your joints, strong muscles stabilizing your joints, you're going to have balance. The weight of your leg, about 15 to 20, 25 pounds, quite a bit. 2/3 of our body weight is below the navel. So whatever your body weight is, divide it by 3, and that's what's going on this side right now. Quite a bit of weight. So this is not easy. Feel the outer hip and thigh. Let's go for 4 more. 4 and 3. Go slow. Try not to use momentum or tilting or bouncing. And 1 more. Now hold it. If you can, hold it out in space. If you need to place the toe down to the floor, I understand. Try to take your hand away from the chair. If you feel stable and comfortable, try. If you don't, keep holding on. And hold. 2 deep breaths. Exhale, and 1 more deep breath. And exhale. Lower the toe down, bend your knees, and march it out. So notice how both ankles, knees, and hips were working. Again, we're multitasking. The lifting leg isn't the only working leg in our body right now. It's both legs. So now let's go to the other side. So walk over to the other side. I'm just going to move my chair. And now you're going to try on the other side. So you're standing on that inside leg, holding onto the chair. Your right leg is slightly out. And if you want to do it seated, you absolutely can. You could take the leg out to the side or keep it bent, and you're abducting. You're just taking your leg out and in, okay? Keeping the knee more bent than straight. It's hard to straighten your leg when you're flexed like that. So slightly out. Standing leg, and then nice tall posture. Here we go. Point that right leg. Abs are tight. Spine is lifting and lengthening like a blade of grass, reaching up towards that beautiful sunshine that we've been having lately. It's been gorgeous. Beautiful fall. Exhale. And then slowly lengthen that leg. Try not to turn the hip out, because then you're working your quadricep. We already did a little bit of the quad when we lifted the knee up. So we want to get another aspect of your balance muscles, of your core muscles. And let's go for 4 more. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hold it. Or toe down. I understand. Or, and then also try to move your arm away from the chair, the wall, whatever you're holding on to. And hold and hover. Hold this leg up, hover the arm. Ankle, knee, and hip. 2 deep breaths. Exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Lower it down. March it out. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. And again, inhale, arms up, and exhale. Nice work. Go ahead and have a seat if you'd like, or remain standing, grab your weights. 2 water bottles, 2 cans of soup, or like it's an exercise, bend your knees, brace your core, and come on down and pick up your weights. So this exercise, again, can be done seated or standing. You're standing with the hip width apart, ankles, knees, and hips aligned, or you're seated, and you're just going to maintain that nice lifted torso. You're going to tilt to the right and then come to center. Tilt to the right and come to center. And again, for balance, to really maximize your balance and your core and your exercise workout, if it's possible to do the whole class standing, go for it. It's actually better for you. It's more work. But if you feel you need to sit, take a little break, but you can continue with the upper body, then that's fine too. Always listen to your body. And you're just tilting your body to the side. Good. And primarily, we're working not on this waistline, we're working on this side of the waistline. We're working the left obliques, and that is part of your abdominal, and it's part of your core. We have 6 layers of abdominals, and we're going to dust all of those off today. We already worked the directus abdominis and the transverse abdominis, which is underneath that 6-pack or 8-pack. So that's 2. And then we have the internal and external obliques, which are also the waistline muscles, also part of the abs. So 2 on the right, 2 on the left. That's where we get our 6. And let's do a couple more. And 1 more. And down. Good. And then up. Shake out the legs. Reposition the legs. And let's go to the other side. So your weights are hanging by your side. Shoulder blades are contracted, and then you're going to lean to the left and come straight up. So you're not leaning forward, arching back, So you're just going directly to the side, directly to the side. If you're like in a picture window and the back wall is right there and the window's right here. If you lean forward, you'll hit the window. If you lean back, you'll hit the back wall. So we want to just go directly to the side. Lateral flexion. We are also working our erector spinae and spine. Erector spinae muscles and the vertebrae. 4 more. And 3, try to reach a little bit lower if you can, 2, and 1. All right. If you need to put the weights down to shake out your hands, you can. Sometimes with arthritis or carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, you need a little break. Feel free to do so. Otherwise, place both of your weights if you'd like. You can set one weight down, but try to place both weights, if it's not too cumbersome, in the right hand. Stand close to your chair. So now we're doing a multi-exercise. We're holding on to the weights in the right hand. We're lifting our heels up and down. So we're doing a heel raise, which strengthens feet, ankles, calves, and shins for balance. And we're also doing what they call a farmer's walk. And a farmer's walk is one of the best ways to really fire up your core when one side of the body is quite a bit heavier than the other side. So your body internally has to do a lot of things to remain upright. Otherwise, we'd be doing this. This side is heavier. So your body will compromise and hold on to the weight and get pulled to the side if we didn't consciously, with our strength, try to stay upright, lifted, and tall. So if you can do it effortlessly, congratulations, you've got great core. So good job. And let's do 4 more. 4. Feel the waistline. It's subtle, but it's there. Lift your heels, feel your calves. And 1 more. Now lift it all the way up and hold. Lift it up. You're on the balls of your feet and the toes. Your toes are gripping the floor like you're trying to pick up a marble, especially the big toe. Push it forward. Keep your kneecaps up towards the quadricep, but not too tight so you feel like there's jamming or pinching. Move your hand off the chair, away from the wall, and hold, and hold, and hold. Squeeze your buttock muscles, squeeze your shoulder blade muscles. Lift it up a little higher, working on balance, working on core. Slowly lower down. Woo! Put 1 weight in each hand, slowly march it out. Now that's a workout. Your calves are probably talking to you. They're like, why are you working me so hard? And you're going to tell them because I care about you and I care about me. And I want a good core, strong core, and good balance. All right, let's go to the other side. So I'm going to move my chair over. Place both weights in the left hand, holding onto that sturdy chair or the wall. Feet are hip width apart. Scapular retraction, nothing changes. Perfect posture. Brace your core. Inhale and exhale. So I'm sure you guys know this. What does it mean to brace my core? Pulling the navel into the spine. Connecting the ribs together and down, tucking them into the navel. Bringing your hip bones, bringing them together, pulling them up into the navel, tucking them in. So you're creating this strong core. They call it not the figure 4, but the name escaped me. But it's keeping the rib cage connected to the hips and the hips connected to the rib cage. So your upper body is connected to your lower with more than just a vertebrae. It's the muscle that's connecting upper torso to lower torso and vice versa. So that's what core is all about. The more connection, the more strength you have, the better off you are in keeping your body in space very strong and balanced. And let's go for 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. Notice the obliques. And 1. Then lift it up and hold. Lift it up and hold. Push all 10 toes to the floor. The inside of the ball of the foot to the outside. Lift your hand away from the chair, even if it's just a pinky coming up or the pinky touching. Hand away from the wall. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Squeeze your buttock muscles. Feel the inner thighs lengthening. Navel to spine. 1 more breath. And exhale and down. Woo! 1 weight in each hand and march it out. Nice job, everyone. Woo! That's work. All right. So now just for a little variation, bring your heels in and your toes out. So we're going to still continue working your calves, but in this position, we have a capability of working our adductors, our inner thighs. We work the flexors, abductors. Now we're working the adductors, our inner thigh muscles. So your heels are in, your toes are out. You're going to go into a slight bend of the knees, a little demi, plie, releve. Now, if that bothers your knees or you're seated, it's hard to do that, the demi-plie part. You can just do a releve and lift. So again, if you're seated, your heels are in, your toes are out, your hands are at your side or on your thighs, and you're lifting your heels up and down with the heel in, toes out position. And this is a comfortable turnout. Try not to force your turnout, nothing that's uncomfortable or forced, and lift. Now, if you feel you need to hold on, you can put both weights in one hand. You can put one of the weights down. You can put both weights down if you need to hold on. Generally in this position, because you go wider surface area, your toes are out, your heels are in, so you have more of a kickstand effect, like a bike on a kickstand. It's angled, so you're more able to access your balance more easily. But if you feel you need to hold on, absolutely no problem. Continue to squeeze your inner thighs together. Your heels are touching. Your buttock muscles are squeezing together as well. Let's go for 4 more. And exhale, 4. And couple more. And down. And then march it out. March it out. Bring your toes together or legs together and march with toes facing forward. And 2 more deep breaths. And exhale. 1 more, and exhale. So as I mentioned, I kind of positioned and gave you a little diagram of the front of the body. We also have the back of the body, which helps access our core. So we have our scapular retraction. So we're going to work the muscles between the scapula, the shoulder blades. You're going to either step forward with your right leg and hinge forward from your hip in an upright position here. Or again, if you're seated, you can easily have a seat and do the exact same thing, okay? So your right leg is forward, left leg is back. You're going to take the perfect S-curve neutral body down about 30 degrees. Your palms are facing inward and you're pulling your elbows back. Inhale and exhale. So again, if you don't have weights, remember your arms weigh about 8 pounds each. So if you're in this position, your body, something has to lift those arms up. Something has to lift that weight, the weight of your arm up and down. It's the contraction of the muscles in between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids. And that weight is coming up and down and up and down. And the shoulder blades are so important in posture, especially nowadays when I think we are engaged and interacting with our devices so much. It really helps keep the alignment where it should be. It's a nice reminder of where those shoulder blades need to be. And let's go for 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Nice. Looks great. Nice work, guys. Inhale and exhale and lower down. Then come straight up. One weight in each hand or both weights in one arm, hand holding onto the chair. Just a relatively up-tempo heel raise. If it feels too fast, slow it down, but you're just coming up and down, up and down. Always listen to your body and never push past the point of pain, discomfort, or even your gut saying, I don't know about that. Listen to your gut. Lift and lower. I like to throw in a lot of different tempos because if we're running after that bus or whatever, sometimes life comes at us fast, sometimes slow. We just want to be ready for it. And let's do 4 more and 3, last 2 and 1. And just change sides on the other side of your chair. I'm just going to move my chair over. Place the left leg forward and the right leg back. Palms are facing in. So again, perfect S-curve neutral spine coming on down. Your arms are just releasing from a nice open chest, scapular retraction, chin to chest, like you're holding onto a grapefruit. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Continue to pull the navel into the spine. Navel to spine. One of the best ways to access the transverse abdominal, the deepest ab layer closest to our organs. And exhale. And let's go for about 6 more. Continue to lengthen the spine. Continue to squeeze those shoulder blades. 2 more. Woo, it's getting hot in here. Woo, 1 more. And then slowly come up. So again, 1 weight in each hand or both weights in the right hand. You're going to lift your heels up and down in a relatively up-tempo fashion if that feels comfortable for you. Hold on if you need to. Put your weights down if it's already getting to be too much. Listen to your body. Here we go. We are squeezing our shoulder blades and we're coming up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Think of your big toe. Push the big toe into the floor. Try not to sickle and allow your ankles to roll out. It really is important how the foot placement is. Big toe pressing down and in contact the whole time. And up and down. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Then all the way up and hold. If you're holding on, pull your hand away from the chair, the wall. Hold, hold. Squeeze your glutes, your buttock muscles. Hold, hold, hold. And lower them down. Bend your knees and march out your legs. Nice work. Woo! All right. Very, very good. Let's go ahead and place the weights down to the floor and do it as if you're lifting and lowering a weight like it's an exercise. And we're going to go to the elbow, the extensor, the leg extensors. So I'm going to just turn my chair so you can see me. You can stand behind your chair, sturdy piece of furniture or a ledge windowsill. Nice tall spine. Your standing left leg is slightly bent. Your right toe is behind you. So my right leg is back about 1.5 to 2 feet away from my left heel. My S-curve neutral spine lifted. My core is braced. I'm going to extend the leg up about 2 to 4 inches by contracting my hamstring, by contracting my extensor, by contracting my gluteal muscle, primarily gluteus minimus and medius. So these are important walking muscles. So we're waking them up, we're firing them up. And again, strong front, strong inner, strong outer and back. It's going to support those hip joints so that they're not, they have a lot of stability and strength within externally. It's like having a natural hip brace. And exhale, and exhale. Good. You exhale on exertion when the leg is lengthening out and away behind you. And again, just lift 2 to 4 inches, not too high. Keep your abs tight, chest open. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. Exhale and 1. Hold it here. Slowly lift your hands, hover on top of the chair or ledge, away from the wall. Try to hold and stand on that left leg with the right leg behind. And then slowly lower the leg down and then bend your knees. Woo! That's a workout, guys. Shake out your arms and legs and let's do the other side without further ado. So here we are. I'm going to just flip around. You don't have to. Standing on the, I'm all turned around. Standing on the right leg now. Standing on the right leg. Your left leg is behind you. See, I turned around and I got all confused. All right. So you're standing on the right. Your left leg is out and away from you. The ankle, the knee, and the hip of the right leg is slightly flexed. You want the muscles to be flexed and engaged to support the joint, ankle, knee, and hip. Extend that left leg out, brace your abdominal core, and lengthen just about 2 to 4 inches, not too high. You may feel lower back engagement. If it starts to feel like it's tired or it's too much, take a break. And this one is a tricky one. Keep going, guys. When you're seated on the chair, it's a little tricky, but what you can do is just do a buttock squeeze and release, a buttock squeeze and release. And so that's a nice way to engage the glute muscle, a little bit of the extensor in the back of the thigh. That's a nice modification if you need to stay seated. Lengthen that leg up and out. Lengthen, squeeze the buttock muscle. Feel the extensor right underneath the buttock muscle. Feel the hamstring right below the extensor. So here we go, working all those muscles. You are working your lower back, part of the core. And 4 more. Stretch the leg. 3, 2, and 1, and hold it. Hold it, squeezing, lower back, glute, extensor, hamstring. Move the hands away from the chair, away from the wall. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Standing on that right leg, feel the work. And slowly relax. March it out. Woo! Say good afternoon to your hips. They feel strong, I'm sure, strong and worked out. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. All right, holding on to the chair with your right hand. We're going to do a simple heel rock. You're standing with ankles, knees, and hips slightly flexed, underneath ear, shoulder, hip alignment, braced core, scapular retraction. You're going to lean forward a little bit, rise up to your heels, and then you're going to bring the heels down. If you feel comfortable, lift your toes up. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, this can be a little bit, a little bit challenging. Lift your right foot up, and then lift your heels, and then lift your left toes up. Lift your heels, lift your right foot up, toes up, and down, heels, and left toes up, or both. Depends on how you feel. If you feel confident, go for it. If you want to hold on, go for it. If you don't want to hold on, go for it. But just as long as you feel safe and comfortable. And let's go for 8 more. And 7. Keep your core braced. Remember, rib cage in, bit navel, hips are in, navel to spine. braced core, like you can bounce a quarter off of it. It's like making your bed, the sheet's tight, you bounce a quarter off of it. That's the way your core should be. And up, braced and rigid. And up, and one more. Up and down. Relax a little bit. March it out. Take 4 deep breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Hands on the hips. Right toe into the floor. And circle that ankle around. I think our ankles, knees, and hips deserve a little TLC. A little tender, loving care. They worked really hard for us for about 40 minutes. And reverse direction. Circle, circle. Good. And standing on the right foot. And now left toe into the floor. Ankle, knee, hip slightly bent. Braced core and go. Try not to, I know we're tired. Try not to relax too much. If you need to take a good break, have a sit. Drink some water, but if you're executing the exercises, always execute with meticulous alignment posture, because alignment and posture is balance and reverse direction. Circle, circle, good. And let's march it out. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, and again, inhale, and exhale. All right, so we're almost there, guys, almost there. You're going to take your ear, shoulder, hip, lengthen posture, hinge back, crouch down, like we were doing that plank to start class, but you're going to take your right foot forward about 4 inches. You're going to press about 5 pounds of pressure, hands into thighs, and the thighs are pushing up into your hands. Try not to have the shoulder up position. Encourage the shoulders down and back, and tap your right foot and tap it and tap it. So while you're pushing onto the thighs, while your thighs are pushing up into your hands, and we're doing another plank or another core, this is a modified plank and core, we're working on our tibialis anterior, the muscle primarily responsible for flexing our foot. So that's incredibly important balance work. Lifting our toes above uneven sidewalks, roots of a tree. And lift and lift. Now go a little more slowly. So we go up and down, up and down. And notice my knee, my hip and knee, nothing changes. Nothing really is changing in my torso either. The pressure is braced and isometric, so I'm not really moving. The only movement that's happening is my ankle. It's contracting, the front shin is contracting, lifting my toes up. The top of my foot is contracting, lifting my toes up. So if you do this barefooted, you get more of a workout. So you might want to think about that, a couple times a week. And up, and up. 2 more, up. Now up and hold it. Try to flex those toes up even higher. I know this muscle is probably saying, stop, right? It might be burning. If it is, stop. But if it has a little more juice in there, hold on, we're almost done. Inhale and relax. Oh, come on up. Woo, march it out. So we create that burning sensation because of work. The burning is a byproduct of exercise called lactic acid, and it's actually an acid. It's in there. So we have to get it out. We have to flush it out. Best way to do it, march it out, walk it out, get it out. 2 deep breaths. Exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. All right, let's do the other side. So ear, shoulder, hip, scapular retraction, hinge 30 degrees. Ankle, knee, hip, bent. Left leg forward about 4 inches. Pressure, hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Tap that left toe. Encourage the shoulders down and back, and tap, and tap, and tap. Keep breathing, even though I mentioned isometric contraction, but keep breathing, and tap. Now slow down your tap. So you go up and down, up and down. Lift. The knee, not really moving. The ankle and the foot, really moving. Lift it up, flex it. Train that foot to flex as high as possible. So when we're out there walking around, running our errands, doing our day, our legs will just automatically autopilot do the right thing because we're training it to do the right thing right here. And it doesn't take as much as people think. I mean, yes, you have to do it, working out at least 3 days a week, at least, to remind the body and to strengthen the body. This is the right alignment. This is the right, strengthening position when we're out there for the next 23 hours. And one more. Now up and hold, 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 hold. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Lower that toe down. Woo! Slowly come up and march it out. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. 2 more times. Exhale. 1 more. And exhale. All right. Let's give those hardworking calves and shins a nice stretch. Take the right foot forward, left leg back. And again, if you're seated, right leg is forward, left leg is back. You just don't have as much range of motion, but you can still get a really good stretch. Right leg forward, left leg back. Interlace your arms behind you. If you need to hold on to a chair or lean against a wall, that's perfectly fine. And if you can't, do this alignment here requires a decent amount of balance and strength to do without feeling like you're going to be thrown off course. So if you need to hold on, please do so. And 2 more deep breaths. Exhale, lunge forward. And again, inhale and exhale. And then relax the arms. Lift the back ankle up and then bend the back knee. So we're stretching the bottom of our foot. We're stretching our hip flexors. And if you're seated on the chair, here you are. Okay, you're just down a little bit lower. Feel that hip flexor, inner thigh, groin, psoas, pelvic floor. Shoulder blades down. Inhale, exhale, and again, inhale, and exhale. Then bring the back leg in halfway. Hinge back so that your body weight is in the left heel. Right heel is down, toes are up. Hamstring stretch. So we're stretching the hip extensor, hamstring, back of the knee, and the calf. And take 4 long, slow, deep breaths. Try to keep your alignment and posture lifted. Try not to cave and round into the leg. Nice, lifted and tall. And then lower the toes down. Feel the stretch move from the big toe to the inside of your calf, inner thigh, and groin. And if you don't feel it, sometimes people are tucked under in the hips. If you arch your back and turn your pelvis, you arch your lower back, and your tailbone goes up. Tilt the pelvis, not tuck it under, but tilt it upward. You'll feel a lot more of the stretch, very close to the upper hamstring. Then bend your knees and then slowly roll it all the way up. Let's change legs. So the left leg is forward, right leg back, standing. If you choose to do it seated, here we are. Both my heels are down, both knees bent, left leg forward slightly, or up here. Interlace your arms behind you. Inhale and exhale. And if you'd like to work a little bit more on balance, even while we're stretching, this is called Tandem Stance. Hold on to a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture, but your left leg is bent, and the right leg is straight, and the toe of your right foot is directly in line, or like on a balance beam, directly behind the left heel. So another little trick, as long as it feels comfortable for your hips and lower back, it's called Tandem Stance. Training your body to be upright, balanced, with a narrower base of support. And relax, lift the back ankle up. And you can do it with feet hip width or tandem stance. It doesn't matter. Arms are down by your side. Come on down. Hip flexor, quad, stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then bring the back foot in, turn the toes out. Perfect S-curve neutral, hinging back. The weight is in your heels. Chest is open, the back of the shoulder blades contracted, chin to chest, like you're holding onto a grapefruit. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Heel is down, toes up. Inhale, lead with the breastbone, as if the breastbone is lengthening beyond the toes. Try not to round the back and tuck the pelvis under. You'll miss out on a lot of the hamstring stretch, the glutes, the hamstring. So if you arch your back, tilt your pelvis up instead of this, chest out, you'll stretch the back of the thigh so much more. And it's safer for your back because you're in S-curve neutral. And lower the toes all the way down. Press the big toe into the floor. Feel it stretch the inside of the arch of the foot. Inner thigh, top of the foot, shin, and then bend that knee and tuck and roll all the way up. And 2 deep breaths. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms all the way up. Reach that left arm up as the right hand holds onto the wrist. Reach the arm up and over. Your chest is forward. Back of the shoulders, shoulder blades contracted, stretching the hip, obliques, waistline muscle, rib cage, shoulder, and tricep. And then inhale, up, 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 up. And then hold on to the right wrist, up and over. All the way up and over. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Then reach up, 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 up. Relax the arms down. Walk your feet in toe heel if that's comfortable. Take your right foot forward, left leg back. Basically, the toe of the left leg is directly behind the heel of the right. You can do this tandem stance as well, or hip width. Bend both knees, and you're stretching the Achilles tendon area, the soleus, gastroc, all the back of the lower leg muscles. And then take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Interlace your hands in front, and then round your back. Stretch those hard-working shoulder blade muscles, those rhomboids. Tuck your tailbone under, and then inhale, reach the arms up, 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 up. And exhale and round. One more, inhale, up, 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 up. And exhale and round. Then all the way up, relax your arms down, change legs. So the left leg is you're about just a foot apart, staggered stance. Bend both knees, interlace the arms, and tuck your tailbone under. And then inhale, arms up. And exhale and round. Inhale and up. Exhale and round. One more, inhale up. And just exhale the arms down by your side. March it out. 2 more breaths. And exhale, and one more. And exhale, shake out your hands, shake out your legs, do the happy dance. You're done. Nice job, everybody. Excellent. Nice dancing. I like that. Looking good. All right. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice.
All right. Hey. It's a big